Brian, trust can be a very powerful tool in distributing assets, but trusts, I know they stand alone, but they really need someone in charge, don't they?
Yeah, every trust needs a trustee, and the trustee is the one that makes decisions. A lot of time, trusts are set up after someone has passed away. So that's why they set up the trust. They have assets in trust for some purpose, whether it's generational or charitable or some, often it's generational trusts. And so someone has to be in charge of that. And so there can be different options for that. You can use friends and family, you can use large corporations, or you can use something called a corporate trustee model.
So with friends and family, I would imagine that there is a bit of emotion that is involved there that there isn't with the other two.
Yeah, the issue here often is there's going to be a lot of reasons why you may use or not use friends and family. I've seen friends before, but with, let's say it's a will, and it's taking care of the surviving spouse or the money after you've passed. If you're in your 80s, your friends might be in your 80s, you know, so I've seen that situation where you need somebody else. If you pick one of your children, you a lot of times, and even if you think it's not going to happen, there are fights that happen with kids. There's emotions, there's, I want this done and I don't want that done. You know, one of the easy examples is maybe somebody has rental houses and they pass away and leave it to their 3 kids. Well, one kid wants to be a landlord and but doesn't know what they're doing. The older brother wants to sell everything, and the sister, you know, wants to do something completely different. It can be a real mess when people don't have the same idea. Even though one's in charge, it can make those decisions. You can really blow up a family by using friends and family.
Is a bank an option for a trustee?
Yeah, that is an option. You can go with a large corporation as a trustee. As I mentioned, with friends and family, not only can you have arguments, but you can also have incompetence. Maybe they just don't know what they're doing. I mean, you got somebody as a doctor, they don't know how to be a trustee, or somebody that's, you know, works at Costco, they don't know how to be a trustee. That's not what they're trained in, so that can be a problem. So you can hire a large corporation, but over and over what I hear often with that situation is it's very impersonal, which can be a good thing in this case, but you also may not get your wishes carried out. Maybe you wanted to have certain things done a certain way. A large company, a big bank like Bank of America, they're not really going to follow that. They're going to sell everything and put it into their own proprietary products and probably charge an exorbitant fee. And once they're named as trustee, it's almost impossible to get them off, even if you can't get the service or anything else. So you have to be very careful about picking a corporate trustee.
Are there corporate trustees who do this for a living and really do a good job, a better job than, let's say, a big bank?
Yeah, I have found what I think is a solution. I'm a shareholder in a trust company that has what's called a corporate trustee model. And it's kind of a 3-pronged model where they're the official corporate trustee, but they work with the financial advisor that has known that grantor of the trust and the family for years or decades even. And then you have family member in that model too, to kind of advise on what's going on and make decisions. So if there's some problem with the decisions being made, the family member can say, hey, I'm not in charge of this. And it's the corporate trustee that is, so they become the bad guy in this case, not the family member. And so that can be real positive. Plus, with the financial advisor in this mix here, that person understands the family dynamics, understands the finances, working with the trust company and make good decisions on when disbursements should be made and for what reasons and when they should not be made and so forth. So I think of all the models, it's a lot less expensive than the big corporate model. It kind of has a middle ground between some family history. The company will try and do the things that the grantor wanted. It's got the financial advisor still on board. So I really like that model when choosing a trustee.
Can you give me an example of a client, as far as a trustee goes, where things just didn't work out the way that they were expected?
Oh yeah, where I've seen it certainly with the family, with the fights. I have one of my chapters in my book is Who Gets the Cactus Plant, and that was where mom left one of her 3 kids as trustee, and it was a real simple will. split everything 3 ways, but they argued over everything, including who got the cactus plant. And I made the suggestion, well, give me a knife, I can carve that thing up and cut it into 3 pieces if you want. It was ridiculous as to, they weren't talking, they were suing each other. It was a mess. I've also seen it on the corporate trustee side where a big bank took over, and the wishes were that the family vacation home, the beach home cabin would stay in place, that certain things would happen with certain kids and so forth, and that all just got ignored. Everything got sold off pretty much day one, stuck into the big bank products, and they couldn't get anyone. Their trustee was in India or something whenever they called. So it was just a mess from that aspect too.
Brian, thanks for telling us more about the corporate trustee model.